it is time that we make no romance, more finance a trend on social media. It starts with you. It starts with you sharing this information with other men out there so that we can first set our priorities right, set our houses in order so that we can take in women at a later point in our lives, not now. And it might just be a couple of years because it doesn't take very long to build up some mild financial success for yourself. This is what this video is all about. Let's get right into it. It is a completely logical point that the women that you attract right now with the character traits, with the people skills, with the person that you are right now, at this present moment, those women are going to be worse than the women that you could have attracted in the future. The women that we can attract as 18, 19, 20, 22, 24-year-olds is worse than the women that we can attract when we're 26, 28, 30, 32-year-olds. Because we will have established some character into our lives, we'll have established some standards in our lives, and we'll be ready to not put up with the crap that very often young men are willing to put up with in order for them to get poon. It's not acceptable. You have to understand that involving yourself with women right now at this point in time, especially from an intimacy perspective, it's a waste. You're wasting time and money, the two most precious resources that you're trying to build up. Well, you've got plenty of time probably. You shouldn't have. You should be massively having two jobs and building a business on the side, meaning you don't have any time, right? But you're supposed to use your time resource, the scarcity of that, and build up the scarcest resource that probably is in your life right now, which is money. And you know what? Women cost time and money. What's interesting is that the worse a woman is, no offense to women, they're awesome, okay? But there's a priority list. There's some women that we should be prioritizing, and then there's other women that other men should prioritize in some time in the future. You know, let them have all the problematic women. You can have the women that don't have much problems because then they'll have capacity to take care of you and your kids in the future. If you are taking on women that have a bunch of problems, which is what you'll attract right now if you're not the person that should be attracting women, then you're going to take on the family members. You're going to be taking on her friends. You're going to take on her burdens, her past trauma, her past boyfriends, and the ones that she's thinking of still. You're going to take on all of those additional burdens into your life at the same time that you're trying to build wealth. It doesn't make any sense. The better off a woman is, let's say that she's been raised by a strict father that makes sure that she is on time everywhere where she needs to be, that she is safe, that she's protected, that she does not go out at night, right? Because a father is there to make sure that she is taken care of emotionally, financially, in every way, shape, or form, so that she can have an amazing life and find an amazing guy, right? The more precious a woman is kept by her father, the more value there is to be found, i.e. the higher caliber of a man the father is willing to give the woman to. That's the guy you've got to be. And you're probably not that guy right now. And that's what we're trying to solve. We're trying to solve the equation. You think I'm going to give my daughter to any nilly-willy dude who doesn't prioritize correctly? That doesn't make any sense. So you got to understand and think from the mindset of a father, even though you're not a father yet, and understand what the fathers are looking for. And you know that there's millions of other guys like me who have daughters that are preparing them for a future of an amazing family connectivity, of networking with you, because you've built something extraordinary. You've built your life. You've built your financials. You built your business. You had correct priorities. And as a result, you deserve the women that you get at that time. There are 10s, 9s, and 8s out there that are being protected by fathers for you. But no, Instead, you're just accepting whatever comes your way right now because because you're impatient. What is that? Stop. There are so many benefits that can be had from avoiding women romantically early on in your life. You avoid the STDs, you avoid the unwanted pregnancies, and you avoid the sex allegations. And you also, there's so much else of the drama that you avoid, like the ups and downs of emotional volatility. Oh my gosh. And then the massive potential of her breaking up with you or cheating on you also goes out the window. Prepare yourself now to have better women in your life. They exist. You just have to find them. They're gems in the making right now, but you have to be patient and look at them as far off as possible and realize that first, you gotta obey the Charlie Munger rule, which is to get your hands on 100K as fast as possible. Not for the 100K and not so that you can date immediately and waste all the money once you get there, but for you to now allow money to work for you. You want money and systems to work for you so that you have capacity to start the ultimate business, which is the establishment of your family and lineage. That's the ultimate business. And that, my friend, requires time and money. You'll require time. Let me explain to you how you are going to require time. Okay, once the time is right and you've built up the correct system so that you have some passive income, you have enough net worth so that you can start that process. You're going to need time because you're going to need to develop skills. You're going to need to develop people skills, relational skills, networking skills. You're going to need to develop relationships, not only with the women, but also with their families and friends. You got to be good at that. You got to get good at sales. You got to get good at creating win-win situations, negotiations, making people like you. It's a business. You also have to date a lot of women. Not intimate-wise, but dating them in terms of seeing a lot of women, getting to know a lot of women so that you understand how they work and function so that when you do start a family, it's good to go. You're good at it. It's second nature for you. Realize that finding women for your ultimate family is a business. You have to create enough momentum in terms of the number of women that have your attention to the point where they are chasing you instead of you chasing one-itis, having this one-itis relationship with one woman that may be or may not be the one. Right? We're not looking for the one. We're allowing them to chase us so that it can naturally happen and occur on its own. If you understand how women work, you'll understand this process. But it's not right now. Now let me explain to you how the money side comes to the point. Because we're not going to find gold diggers, right? Some guys are saying, well, I want to find women when I'm poor so that we can grow our wealth together and then I will know that she's not a gold digger. Bro, what are you talking about? Okay? What you need to realize that you don't have to spend money on women once you have money. Have you checked out Graham Stephan's channel? Okay? There's a dude who found an amazing wife-to-be, right? I don't know if they're married yet, but he found a girl that doesn't want to spend money at all. And she's, she's good looking too. So you got to understand how that process works of not spending any money because you can, but you don't. That's when you figure out which women actually are going to be the ones that are going to, build up your family with you. But you still need the money from a flexibility standpoint. And what do I mean by that? Well, if you have flexibility, think about what you can do once you have money. You're building the business of establishing your family, right? Well, think about this. Understand that you have need for maybe some coaches, relationship coaches, approach anxiety coaches, dating app coaches, or stylist coaches, whatever it is that you need help with, you will need money in order to hire experts so that you can get speed at getting the game down. Another aspect that you need money for is maybe travels. Maybe, the loves of your life is not in the area where you are. Maybe you need to travel the world to find them. Another aspect that you will have the opportunity of using money for is hiring someone else to be you on your dating app. Okay? That's something to do too. Okay? There's nothing wrong with that because she'll eventually meet you as long as you find someone who can, be worthy of being you on a dating app, right? But those services exist and business owners use them in order to save time and avoid all the unnecessary, flakes and everything that you find on dating apps and all of the butts and all that crap that is on dating apps these days. But there are some good girls on dating apps as well. Some girls that don't have the opportunity to go out and be approached by you. You might have to find them on dating apps. So you need all the avenues. I'm just saying money is going to help you to be flexible in that area once you have money. And so you don't want to be dirt poor and have limited options. You want to have a lot of options in order for you to create the dream scenario that you want. But at the end of it all, the most important aspects is to simply become the person that amazing 10s, 9s, and 8s will be attracted by. And that takes time. That takes rejection. That takes building a business and going through hardships and becoming stoic and becoming calm at all times, independent of circumstances. Becoming masculine. It's very difficult to become masculine when you are feminine and you are attracting masculine women into your life that are burdened, because it'll cause you to be up and down based on her cycle, which causes so many issues. It's a benefit for your future lineage that you are prioritizing this correctly in your life. And this is an 80-hour work week channel, and this is necessary for you to work the 80-hour work week. It's very difficult to do the 80-hour work week when you've got a girlfriend.